The following program is meant as a parody in defense of people who love pop music. If you are upset by anything said in this video, you are probably the kind of people I'm defending with the video. Once again, nothing in this video is meant truthfully and is meant for entertainment purposes, not as an insult to anyone.
Hello, YouTube! You probably don't exactly know who I am. Well, it's time for me to introduce myself because there's something that I've been meaning to talk to you guys about in YouTube land for a very long time now. My name is Albert Simon Smith, but you can call me the Genius. You want to know why? Because I'm a genius. Simply put, I know more about everything than you do. So whatever I say is right and what you say is wrong, because you're just the moron who clicked on this video, and I'm the one who put in the effort into actually making the video, so automatically makes me smarter than you. So let's get down to business. What are we talking about today? Today, we're going to talk about a little band called Fleetwood Mac. And no, I'm not talking about the band who put out this album right here, Rumors. No, I'm talking about the real Fleetwood Mac with Peter Green and Jeremy Spencer. That was in 1968. So way back before Rumors and before any of the Fleetwood Mac that you probably know, Fleetwood Mac was a real band, a real blues band, who had just come off the tail of making the Blues Breakers album with Eric Clapton. And they needed a replacement for Eric Clapton, so they got this guy called Peter Green, who's like one of the best guitar players ever. He is so good. And anyway, him and the drummer Mick Fleetwood and the bass player John McVie were like, we should totally make a band. And so he named the band after them, just to kind of coax them into joining his band. And thus we have one of the greatest blues rock bands of all time, Fleetwood Mac. And they have so many good songs on their first two albums, Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac and my personal favorite, Mr. Wonderful. Like, it is just so good the way that they just get the nail and feel of that old-timey blues music, and the way that Jeremy Spencer plays like that blues riff. It's like he's channeling his inner Elmore James, and it's so good he uses it on 4 different songs. It's like so good. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is why you should be listening to the real Fleetwood Mac and not Fleetwood crap. So, if you know Fleetwood Mac, you probably know them from this album, or perhaps you've got more of a distinguished taste and you know them from this album here. Or maybe you might even know them from one of these albums with Bob Welch. Well, you're wrong, because everything after Mr. Wonderful was absolute trash. Starting with this hunk of junk right here. Then Play On. Now, a lot of people hold this album in very high regard. I don't know why, because that was the album where they hired Danny Kirwan. And you know what Danny Kirwan brought to Fleetwood Mac? Pop sensibilities! Before they were an experimental blues band who would do all kinds of complicated things, but with that album right there, they sold out on the album with the single Oh Well. Oh Well, it's a pop song. And anything that's popular or has been used to make money automatically makes it bad. Okay? Not even get me started on Rumors. I'm going to just go from Then Play On and just keep going on and just show how it gets progressively worse. So Then Play On still had some very experimental stuff on it, but Oh Well, still a pop single. It's trash. They played it on the radio, and Fleetwood Mac wasn't really an underground band anymore. I hate it whenever a band has to get noticed. It's just so bad. I just wish that it could be my little secret band forever. But unfortunately, they gotta be all greedy and go after the money. So, that's that. And then we got a few albums, and then this guy Bob Welch joins. And he also sold out Fleetwood Mac with this album here, Mystery to Me, with the song Hypnotized. putting the song Hypnotized on that album launched Fleetwood Mac from becoming an unknown pop band to a more known pop band with the hit single Hypnotized. And it's just bad, okay? And then when Bob Welch leaves, they end up making this album here with Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. And that's when Fleetwood Mac really gets bad. You want to know why? Because they were trying to make a pop album. If you look at the Wikipedia page for Rumors, this album here, which I'm going to go ahead and talk about, it says that they wanted to move more in a direction of pop music. And which we all know, that automatically makes it bad, just because they weren't trying to be artistic. They're trying to sell out and just make money. They're dumbing down all of the complexity into the most simplest thing possible just to make a buck. This right here, Fleetwood Mac for morons, okay? You have to be stupid to like this because it has no complexity at all. Look, let's go track by track on this album and I'll talk about how dumb this album is. Secondhand News, they literally couldn't come up with any words for half the songs and they just go, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, wow. Dreams, that song you hear on the radio over and over again, I just want to kill myself if I hear it again. It's just two chords. Just two chords. Like, you gotta be stupid to love Dreams, okay? Again, Fleetwood Mac for idiots. And I am no idiot. Okay? Dreams is for people who are too dumb to understand the complexity of songs like Dust in My Broom on Mr. Wonderful. Never Going Back Again. I will admit that there is some good guitar playing on this song, but the lyrics are very repetitive, so it's trash. Go Your Own Way. Overplayed on the radio. Again, pop sellout. Songbird the Chain, You Make Loving Fun. This is cashing in on disco and pop. Listen, folks. If you want to hear a band that actually wanted to make music for good reason, go listen to the first two Fleetwood Mac albums. And if you want to be a meathead and listen to pop music for stupid people, listen to this because it's trash and for people who don't really like music. Okay? Last thing I'm going to say. If you really, really want to listen to it the way the artist intended to, you got to get a system like this with the big speakers and the receiver. And you see how I have the equalizer here? You have to set the settings just so, and let's see where it resembles a smiley face. If you move any of those faders up or down at all, then you're not going to hear what the artist intended to, because it's going to crap up the whole thing. You're going to totally ruin the sound, because like these bands are supposed to go like that. That's exactly what Peter Green wanted it to sound like, you know. So, in closing, don't be stupid. Don't listen to rumors. Rumors and pop music are for dumb people. Until then,